Easy there. Me last minute fixing everything like always. Hi. Welcome. For those of you who were here earlier, welcome back. So, I just wanted to go into this a bit more because I find it interesting. So, I'll give people a second to jump in. What's up, tours, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dame. Welcome to, or welcome back to, my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. Please hit the like, it's free, and it really means a lot, and I really appreciate it. You're the best. Okay, so, recently, Dylan Mulvaney is this character, right? So we're told. Is the internet's working here? Are you there? Sorry, sometimes it takes a second. I'm like, wait a minute, did it kick me off? Okay, so yeah, we're talking about Dylan Mulvaney, and I honestly didn't know much about this person, but I did see the Book of Mormon, which I thought was interesting because I was like, wait a minute. I went and saw that because it was such a big deal. People were like, that was like a big thing for a minute, and especially for people who just, I don't know, at that time were able to have a laugh, I suppose. But now I guess it's not as funny. Like with current times, they would not be getting away with a lot of what they said and done. Please hit the like, it's free. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, so I just wanted to expand on that conversation a little bit because I feel like me hopping on for 20 minutes being like, Dylan Mulvaney is a caricature. Bye. Like that's not enough, right? It's not enough. There, even 20 minutes isn't enough to just discuss all of these ins and outs and the complications and technicalities, things like this and that. You know, like this and like that. This is another piece that I'm currently working on. How you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really do like this piece so far. I'll show you a couple more before we begin. And thank you for coming to your very own deprogramming session. I really appreciate it. We're just gonna look at a couple real quick. So yeah, I kept seeing more and more about this Dylan person, and thank you. I love the tennis dresses. That's what they're called. I'll do an outfit of the day just because of your kind words. Yay! But yeah, the tennis dresses, they're amazing. I would learn tennis just to be able to rock these out all the time. I honestly have like a few of these just because they're so comfortable. Yeah, so if you are, you know, if you're someone who enjoys tennis dresses, you might, yeah, you might dig it. This is a more recent one. It's supposed to be like, right? Sporty. I'm just trying so hard for the tree trunk legs. I'm like, seriously, it's goals. The tree trunk legs, it's gonna happen. As long as I keep going to the gym and like mowing down and drinking my protein shakes. But I have slacked a little bit on the gym lately just because things have been so hectic. But I am getting back into the routine of things, and that's good. It's good to care about yourself. So I did a bunch of these. These are super cute. I grabbed a couple that you guys may not have seen yet because there is a bunch right now. There's a bunch. Yeah, tennis dresses are the best. Oh, and I wanted to show you a couple tie-dyes too. Oh my gosh, you guys. So, oh no. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, people said that their likes were either inflated or deflated and that the views were like really a lot and then it was none. And so I've heard that it's pretty chaotic. So the last few days, I have not been slacking. I promise you, I've been busy. I took a bunch of pictures of the tie-dyes because if you guys didn't know, like this is our form of merch. And when I say we, I mean my family and I because we make it by hand. And honestly, my mother does a good chunk of them and she's insane, amazing, like amazing. But the paintings and the shirts, it's like we just want to give back in a way that shows that we really care, that, you know, we're putting our heart into it and that it means a lot to us because it really does. So You did? Do you like them? Oh my gosh, you guys. On Insta, damevonbondaisyart. And on my community tab, you can definitely check out some of those tie-dyes. They look so nice. It turned out really good. I just need a few more models to model them for me. But I was so blessed that, some of my family was willing to help out because my family, they're just beautiful. They're beautiful people. And all they have to do is just be there existing. And it's like, gosh, why? How come it's so easy for you? Like, but that's how it is. I love this one. So this is the ice dye method. This is when it's like very detailed. The color is insane and it lasts. Like it's a nice material. Please hit the like, it's free. I'll show you one more and then we'll relax with these. But yeah, they're really cool. I just like that, we do it differently here. And I'm not dissing any channel for doing it the way they do it. Like, get your money. But I just wanted to do something that really shows that it means something to us. And soon enough, I'm going to be painting the tie-dyes as well. So we're going to have like 6 shirts of like my artwork with tie-dye on a paint. Oh my goodness. On a t-shirt. Like, my mind is just blown. It's going to look so sick. So, and also we're going to be able to do like silhouettes, things like that. Because I do have a press and a sewing machine or two. We just need to figure out a couple things with the sewing machine. I do know how to sew though. I do know how to sew. I just need to get back to setting it all up. And that's the worst part. It sucks to set up. By the way, I'm on Rumble now. So if you Rumble, you should check me out on Rumble. I have no content up yet, but I will very soon. And you know what? I'm like I can't say that. I'm infectious. Let's go with that. I'm infectious. I'm invading all the platforms and we're going to be everywhere. That's what we're doing, okay? Then you guys, this community, we're all over. And we really do deserve to thrive. I really believe that. Like this channel, there's so much heart and soul in here. And oh my gosh, you guys, you're so amazing. And I don't understand how some creators are out here, like real quick, side note, just disrespecting their audience, just being rude to their audience, just so, like, showing no care in the world. And I get it. Some creators, they're purposefully antagonistic. That's how they get the views. That's how they get people to keep their names in their mouth. And it's just not for me. I just can't. It's just, I rather be authentic. It just, I don't know. It weirds me out when people aren't like more authentic. I get it. Like, I guess if you come in knowing that this is like a Truman Show bit for you, go off. Like, I get that. Okay, cool. But if you're just doing it to mess with people or to hurt people or to dox people, like, none of that is appropriate. Right? This looks so crazy so far. I hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was doing a photo shoot for the tie-dyes. And yeah, it turned out so good. They look awesome. And they're really, really affordable. And you can window shop anytime. Oh, feel free. On the Insta, they're so sick. Like, I know you just checking them out, you're going to be like, those are so sick. So, yeah, we did that. And then I did another, like, mini photo shoot of this, like, French painting outside, like, little thing. Loved it. So cute. It turned out so good. And I just wish... You guys are funny. Oh, you can't find me on Momo. No. I'll fix that. Hey there, Chuck Jones. Good to see you. You guys are so amazing. I really do appreciate it. I love that, you just care to be here, no matter what we're chatting about. That's awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Working on the shirts. Shirts look great. So much fun. But I did want to talk about this Dylan Mulaney thing a little bit more. And then I'll let you guys go because, I try not to keep you for too long. Got to get you about your day. But that little bit of time you do get to spend with me is going to be like action-packed, real quick, as much, information in not too long of a time, right? Because I'm sure some people are like, going through streams, like, that's a pain. Okay. Let me get a sip of my B-rated soda. Sponsor me, B-rated soda. One of these days, I'll have a sponsor, and it's gonna be like TJ Maxx. No shame in the game, baby. Hit me up. I'll do that. I'll do some B-rated sodas. Let's do it. Okay, Dylan Mulvaney. I don't know how to say the last name, so I'm probably saying it wrong. And if I am, say la vie. You know, you can correct me in the comments or just let me know. Is it Mulvaney? Is it Mulvaney? And every time I hear this, I just think of that comedian who's amazing and like super funny. So it like trips me up a bit. And I'm like, wait, are they brothers? Are they related? What's going on there? I don't think so though. I should have checked that first. Okay. I've seen more and more about this person. Recently there was like this beer ad with them, and then other ads that are like, that's confusing. What world, what, huh? How did we get to this point? You know what I mean? Some of the ads are like, is that really the brand you want to work with? Like, are you sure? The thing is I guess they are an actor. They were in the Book of Mormon. I saw that. Like I said, I went there in person, saw the show. It was pretty wild. I remember because they are so animated, right? And also on The Price is Right. So this shows us a pattern of behavior of somebody seeking validation, attention, someone who like it's okay if you want to be the hype man, but that's like the hype man times 10, right? That's the hype man that gone wild. Right. Right. That's the thing. I don't think they believe that they actually are. Okay? And I don't say that about many people. I spoke about this earlier. I think this puts families and loved ones in a weird position at times. It's hard for grandparents, it's hard for parents, and it's hard for our youth. It's hard for all of us to cope and understand what exactly is going on. Because, yes, I'm one of those people that are more trans medicalist where, like, yes, this happens, but it's not like as much of a colloquial term as it is now. It's more of like a blanket statement. It's more of like now it's a state of mind. I wish I would have looked up that. Oh, Frank, if you're still here, what was that athlete's name? That woman who spoke out and said something against it, the swimmer. I just feel for her. I really do. Bless her heart, though, for speaking out. And I really do believe, like, I know this is going to sound mad, but God is still using Dylan to do good. Like, yes, Riley Grind. Thank you, Gaines. That's what it is. What a doll. Like, first of all, super cute. What a doll. Oh my gosh. So amazing. Hard worker. Genuinely, their whole life. This is their whole life. I could not fathom if it was like a painting ordeal, right? And it was my moment to shine. And I've been working so hard for this. And I've had moments like that, right? And then somebody comes in and out of nowhere and they just steal your thunder. And whether people like to accept it or not, men do build muscle easier. They hold it longer. They can keep it, you know, it lasts, it builds quick. For women, it's much harder, and we are biologically different when we are, you know, whom we are and what we are. It is what it is. I don't think that that's a terrible thing to say. I don't think that's a hurtful thing to say. I think that's just the facts, you know? And again, to each their own. Live your life as you will. C'est la vie. That's as long as you're not hurting anybody. That's pretty much my way of viewing it. And I kind of agree with what Harsh Reality said, where it's like, it might split the room, but just because someone wants to be a toaster doesn't make them a toaster, right? And just because Dylan is LARPing, right? That's what I would say, cosplaying as this new version of themselves. It doesn't mean that that is whom they are. And I think that genuinely looking at their history and their patterns and their past, it looks as though this to me could just be another way that they're seeing opportunity, that they're seeing ways to get attention. And what really, I think it's very hard on our youth. I think it's very confusing for our youth. I think that even Chris from Mr. Beast and that channel, who is Mr. Beast's best friend, is now going through it. Exactly. And he was married and he had a wife and a child. And listen, I don't think that societal norms should be forced on people. I don't think that, maybe that's how they felt though. I have no idea. I don't know how they're feeling on the inside. But maybe they felt forced that they had to get a wife, had to have a baby, like do it this way. And then since they gained some freedom, they decided that they want this instead. And when they say nobody's affected, it's like, well, the wife and the child are affected, and it's fine, go off. But now that baby has to get used to having two of the same parent, and things are different. Roles are different. As you were saying about the divine feminine and masculine, I appreciate both. I love when that's shown on my channel, and it's important. It's important because they bring two very different things to our youth, right? Like one is nurturing, one is meant to be strong, and the voice of, like, not the voice of reason, but you know what I'm trying to say. Each plays their role. I'm definitely of the mindset of it takes two, baby. If you are gonna have a minion, a child, it's not meant to be done alone. It's not. It is not. They say it takes a village. It takes a village. It sure does, right? I don't believe that families, you shouldn't have to go it alone. And some people, it just works out that way, you know? And it's better off. But I believe that it's significant and important to have both. Yes, right, exactly. It's like, I know that I've been asleep at the wheel for a minute. Like, I get it. I acknowledge that. But now that I'm aware of what's happening, it's like, this is madness to me. This is madness to me that there is, how did, how do we get to this point? And I know, as we stated earlier, it is a subtle thing. It's like, it started over a decade ago when it was in the movies, and little things would subtly pop up and you'd be like, oh, that's weird. Or especially, you guys, oh my gosh, in the kids shows, oh my goodness. So when the king is watching cartoons in the living room and everything, I'm right there. I'm right there with him. Like, whether it's the Powerpuff Girls, whatever. You would not believe the amount of truth that's come out of these cartoons, and the jokes that go over kids, people's heads. It's like, oh, whoa. So that's part of it, right? Like, that's part of that subtle shortcuts in our brains, right? That's part of it. I understand that they're doing it because parents are watching and they have to give the parents something to entertain themselves, but it's like, no, 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 no. Long have they used the idea of a cartoon, you know, not having to be for kids, while all the while knowing that cartoons are mostly watched by kids. So, to each their own, but in my personal opinion, this does seem like character. This does seem like a LARP, like somebody cosplaying, like somebody trolling, okay? Like a Trisha Paytas troll. That's how it seems to me. But that's just me. You can let me know, what do you guys think? And again, when we think of Budweiser or beer, we think of masculine. We think of, men drink beer. Like, and women too. But when you see a beer commercial and it has women, they're normally on the beach or they're doing something, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be extremely feminine. That's not what I'm trying to say. But it's not portrayed in this way where it's like, yay, that. Mm. And here's the thing, they are utilizing outrage marketing. They really are. Like, so many have utilized this lately. And yes, it might profit for them. Yes, they might get the big bucks. But also, this is really damaging. In the long run, it's not good. It's pretty damaging. Like, and I don't think they obviously don't think twice about the results. They obviously couldn't. And it alarms me about Chris from Mr. Beast, because Mr. Beast does have a very young audience. It does have a range of ages, but still, we know that a lot of kids look up to Mr. Beast, or PewDiePie, or whatever, him as well. But listen, with the whole Chris thing, people are acting like Mr. Beast doesn't like him or he's not for it. But I think that he's known this person long enough that he cares about them no matter what. So I think that even if Jimmy doesn't fully agree or like believe in it, he's still gonna be there for his friend that has been there this whole time. Like one of the first ones from the start, from the jump, right? And if he did fail, it's gonna look real mild, right? It's gonna look real mild. So I just find it like very curious. And it also could be, and pardon my bluntness, but that willingness to take advantage of the circumstance, that willingness to take advantage of what is happening right now. I really don't know how many women you would find in the men's locker room just changing, but yet somehow it's okay for a man to be in the woman's locker room changing, and they have to stand there and they have to do it. And it's like this, that's I would feel uncomfortable. I would feel very uncomfortable. And to each their own. You could literally change anywhere. I don't know why it became like this big world topic of what bathroom do they use? Where do they change? Anywhere, literally anywhere, but not, in a certain area that is specific to women getting dressed and changed. Like that's a whole new ballgame. If somebody came in the gym, right? And I'm up in there and they're in my locker room and I'm like half ready to go. I would literally jump in my locker and I would shut the door and I would wait till they leave. Because I would feel, even if they're just going about their day, some kind of way. Like I'm gonna feel like, oh my goodness, what if they're trying to like take a peekie? Or like you never know. Some people do not have the best intentions. We spoke about earlier how I feel like there's like three kinds of mindsets here. There's like the actual transmedical situation, the what is the other one? The real thing. Oh, the fad, and then the season, right? So again, just like when we were younger and certain things became more popular, it kind of lasts like a fad for a minute, right? For some it's very real, and that is what it is. And for some it's just for a season. So it's like trying on a new style, essentially. For some, not everybody has the best intentions, and I think that we honestly should be grateful to Dylan for showing us how immensely wild this whole concept is, that they're getting all of these brand deals and all of this money out of outrage culture, like out of shock culture, and that it's not like anybody, it's worse that nobody is like really for this person, and it's kind of like they know that this is like a pony show and they're showing off this pony and everybody's laughing at the pony, but the pony thinks that they're like the hottest thing, right? And they're walking around like, yes, this is all me, I'm number one. But people are really laughing at the pony. They don't know. Like the pony doesn't realize that people don't think that they're a beautiful pony, you know? It's just curious to me. And maybe, I mean, there genuinely are people out there who will take advantage of moments like this. They just jump right on the opportunity. It's like, this is my moment. I've been waiting my whole life for this. And it really, another thing that really did upset me is the whole athlete thing. I really do think that that is a bit unfair. I really do think that it is what it is. Men do build up more muscle. Men do keep muscle longer. Men, it's easier for them to build it. So on and so forth. Men, their bodies are meant to be more muscular and such, and women are meant to be less, right? And it is just what it is. There's no changing that. And but I just don't get, since when science doesn't matter, and like biology and all that, it's like none of it matters anymore. But before, you better believe, oh my goodness, if it was not factual, written down in a book, it had to be from a book, then nobody would believe you. So yeah, I get it. I get this is a sensitive subject. I know it is for many people. I get that it's also putting certain people in an awkward place. For our elders, it's gonna take them time. They don't understand all these these thems and he hers and she hims and zuzos and susies and whatever else. I can't, honestly, I can't. And then for them to get upset at the elder generation, when you're supposed to respect your elders, that they can't keep all this straight and remember that they're cat dog, you know what I mean? And then they get upset with them, like, you don't respect me, but it's like, no, that's not really what it is. I'm trying to respect you, but it's a little complicated, right? It's a little complicated. So, and even our parents, like parents, they didn't, when they were growing up, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like in the forefront, like the biggest deal, the biggest concern, somehow, some way, right now, is this. Is this. Like, what? Dylan Mulvaney? This is, like, literally, for some people, that's the biggest concern right now. That blows my mind. The amount of train derailments alone. You know what I mean? Another dairy place just went up. Do you know why? Or possibly why? Allegedly. Is because they were pumping the cows full of something. What's going into the milk? Whatever they're pumping those cows full of that the FDA did not approve. So they were like, bah, bah, bah. Let's deal with that, right? Why does this keep happening? Why is nobody addressing it? Why don't they say, like, yeah, we might have a circumstance going on because it is our food. It is our water. Hi, Scratch. Thank you guys so much for being here. Exactly. I agree with that. Respect is earned, not forced. Right. You can't just walk up in there and be like, respect me. What? Who are you? So, yeah, I guess I gotta give some love to someone who's willing to play the system and, like, play the game, but at the same time, low-key, no. Not a fan. I don't agree with playing on outrage media. I wish that more people, I don't know, and it works, right? It works. That's the problem, is it works. I wish that these things weren't pushed so hard. Even, here's the thing. The whole fluidity thing, that's becoming, like, very popular, okay? They're like, oh, I'm, this one day, this another day. That's, okay, all good and fine, right? But it's also really confusing because it's like, okay, how do you feel today, though? How do I go about this today, right? I don't know. I just feel like younger generations, like our youth, they don't have it all figured out. Even people in their 20s and nearly young 30s, they don't have it all sorted out. And maybe for the rest of our lives, we'll feel a little bit like that, like we don't have it figured out. But I promise you, there's definitely something occurring right now that is not normal, right? Everybody sees, right? This is why the outrage happens, because they see this is abnormal. They see that this doesn't work, right? And it's obviously not working. Oh, much love to you too. You guys brighten my day. Yeah, even Megan Kelly's putting them on blast. Oh my goodness, you know when Megan Kelly goes off. How funny, you guys. How funny. Some of these people, oh man, I wish I could think of the other woman who covers these cases. Nancy, is it Nancy Grace or whatever? Oh my goodness, you guys. Why don't I have a show like that? Come on. Her voice sometimes is like really strong. And you're like, wow. And she just goes off. And I think a lot of times she misunderstands her guests and she's very defensive a lot. So it's like, that's weird. She's weird. C'est la vie. What, who am I to judge about being weird? But yeah, I'm like, I could do this. I could do, a little podcast thing where we talk about stuff. So what do you guys think about the whole thing? Do you think that this is like something that is set up and happening for a reason? I mean, they met Biden. They met Biden before Biden went to Ohio or did anything about it. Biden met with Damar Hamlin before he did anything about Ohio. I mean, it's not funny. You guys know I don't think this stuff is funny. I just think it's like madness to me. And that's why I can't help but giggle because I don't know what else to do. It's literally how I cope with the insanity of it all. Because it really blows my mind. Like I said before, we saw children doing more for Ohio. Why is that? Why is that? And we really should consider what that means wherever you live, right? So if you see that result, when someone is going through something very tragic, you might want to consider that you might get the same response if you were to endure something, right? And so we can just hope to be better neighbors, better people, and know our neighbors, so that way if disaster were to strike, we can be prepared, because being prepared, there's nothing wrong with that. It's always good. Even if, nothing ever happens, at least you were prepared. That's the best thing. Because then you can't say that you weren't ready. And honestly, when did times get like this where it's like one thing after another, after another, after another? Sorry, my eyeball was itchy. It doesn't mean anything. My eyeball was just itchy. Please subscribe. Thank you. Hit the like. um, yeah, since when is it all the time, right? Like, there was a time in early 2010 where it's like, okay, the Ariana Grande concert happened, and there was a kaboom, and then there was another concert that happened, and there was a kaboom, and it just happened to be with all these super famous people. And then there was that thing in Vegas, and everybody was like, whoa, that's nuts. And it just seemed to like ramp up, and I don't know, like maybe it was just that I started paying attention more, that I recognized that, oh my goodness, there's so much going on. Or is it really that there's just that much chaos happening right now that it does seem like each day there's something new for us to be like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe this is happening. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this is happening. And everybody's in a constant state of, did you hear about this? Blah, 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 blah. And people are like, yes, I heard about that. Blah, 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 blah. I cannot believe you feel that way. We are no longer friends. And now you're blocked on my Facebook. I'm going to clip it. But for real, people take some of this way too serious. Way too serious. I don't know. I might be, in the minority when it comes to this take. Like, I get it. I'm not always here with the hottest pancakes for you. I'm not always here with the best takes, but I'm here with honest, open takes, and there's no echo chamber. Like, I'm willing, I got pain on myself, to have a conversation about it and see, what do you guys think about it? Do you think this is authentic? It just doesn't feel authentic to me. And um, I feel this is another really big, important part, okay? I feel like, I know, right? Just because someone has pain in their soul, doing something physically to your body and hurting yourself and going through all this, it's not going to solve that pain that's so deeply inside. It doesn't just magically go away and, oh my goodness, my life is saved. I am like a butterfly in metamorphosis. Here we go. This is it. This is everything I ever needed. No, you will always be seeking that thing that makes you the happiest, or, whatever it may be. Fulfillment, right? Of this is who I am. And it really is unfortunate because we are all different. Like, we're all imperfectly perfect. So many beautiful people on this earth. And we're meant to be unique. We're meant to be different. We're meant to be whom, we're born to be. I don't know. I understand, like I said, from a trans medical side, that these things do happen. It occurs. But I just think that right now it's a very colloquial term. And some people are playing the game. They're taking the system for a ride. And they're profiting off of it. That just doesn't, not for me. Not for me. I just can't comprehend when people try and, it's like shortcuts. They would rather lie and make things up and be salacious than genuinely try and look at things and research and, madness to me. But there really is. There's been more train derailures. There's been more food plants just going down. Do you know the amount of crap that's gone into the Ohio's water recently? A whole lot of crap. A whole lot. Ain't nobody talking about that. Why? Why? I really do. I can't say it enough. I will be one of the first on this platform to be like, I'm feeling like a little attacked. I'm feeling under attack. And I say it, it's going to be from within. It is just, we are just going to devour ourselves, and that's what's happening, okay? There's going to be that one day where they're like, listen, everybody's uptight, they're tense. The purge, it needs to happen. It's a real thing now. Good luck. Bless y'all. Isn't that what happens already? Like, this is a sick thing. I feel like we're already living in it. Like, Bird Box, I feel like that's a reality. Like, everywhere you look, you're seeing nightmares come true. And it's no fun. It's no bueno. But you guys know I'm not all doom and gloom up in this room. No, I believe that we have the ability to make a change and that we do have some say in what we're dealing with. I love how sweet you guys are to one another. I love that you're all saying hello. That makes me so happy. Exactly. They do want to push people. And exactly, it's like, listen, some of you may have heard this, okay, but I'm going to give you a really quick life. Oh, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. A little life story, okay? When I moved and I went to a new school, I had this teacher, and she was like, one day you're going to dress and look like everybody else. And I was like, no, you're wrong. I'm never going to do that. And she really thought I was like every other kid that moved to the area that was going to start wearing the stinking sweats to school every day, right? She really thought. But guess what? I still dress weird and funky. People still love it. And it's like, you're never going to get me like this. You're not going to get me like this. You're not going to get me to be this mindless drone that just sits and listens. Okay, I'll dress like everybody else, teacher, because you said so. What? Duh. I'm an android. I wear what I want. Poof. You know what I mean? Madness to me. And like we had said before, it is like you fell asleep and you woke up and you're like, wait a minute. And that's why I've got to look more into like string theory and multiverse, because we heard a lot about the multiverse lately. Maybe that's it. Maybe we're just traversing through multiverses and somehow we're getting screwed along the way. I know. I love when you guys, oh my goodness, there have been people who haven't been here in so long. See, like Seven. Hi, Seven. I saw your stream on yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure which one it was. And I wanted to say hi, but I had family over. Oh, it's so good to see you. My heart is with you right now. I want you to know that, okay? With whatever you're going through, I'm with you right now. We've got one another. We're going to get through this, you know? No matter how chaotic things may be. Thank you. Let me show you guys a couple more before I let you go about your day. And do let me know, what do you guys think? Do you think that this is a stunt? Do you think that this is authentic? This is one of the Ohio paintings. Half of proceeds do go to help locals in the area of East Palestine. I do have friends and loved ones who live there, so I will go boots on the ground. I will deliver that ish myself. And if you don't believe me, I've done it before, so try me. Try me, okay? If you guys didn't know, we definitely got a painting to one of the youngest person of Astroworld in that horrible circumstance. It arrived right before Christmas, and it was a beautiful thing. They didn't have to pay for a thing. We just needed to get it there by Christmas, and it was beautiful. I can't fathom nothing being done for these people. I really can't. It drives me mad. And listen, I get it. People tease me and they're like, you humanitarian, da da da. Listen, I get it. I just want people to be able to live good lives and to be happy and to not stress for a minute and to like enjoy life. Thank you guys so much. That's so sweet. Yeah, I've been busting my booty because it's festival season. You know what that means. Whoop whoop. I'm going to be in the woods selling my paintings. I'm so excited. So if you have a festival near you and it happens to be in the woods, just be careful, because I could be out there and be like, boo, would you like to buy a painting or at least look at them? And you'll know it's me because I will have lights all over. LED lights. I have light up everything. Light up shoes, light up crown, light up scarf, light up hair scrunchies. I make sure that there's no way I could possibly get lost. It is so much fun. And I just love being in nature. I genuinely love being able to unplug. Listen, it feels so good. It feels so good. And I get it. It's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to sleep outdoors. But I bougie camp. I have a mini stove with little propane. I cook. We eat good. And we do have lots of fun. Here's a couple more tie-dyes. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. And I really do appreciate you guys. Listen, this channel isn't an echo chamber. It definitely isn't. And you can have your views and thoughts and values and beliefs, and I respect them, okay? I respect you, and I respect your ability, to have these different views and values and beliefs and so on and so forth. I respect you as a human being, as a person, to make your own choices in life and to live as you choose to live. and to spend that little bit of time with me that I know is so precious, it really means a lot. These pants are sick. I might just keep them, honestly. There's a couple that I'm like, how can we get even? How can we get rid of that? That is too cool. Yeah, this one's in the works. There's a couple others. I just kind of wanted to explain a little bit more how I felt about this because, oh, it's no problem. You're so sweet. Um, because I don't want people to mistake me for saying that I don't believe that this exists. I do believe that this exists. I have loved ones who genuinely are, right? And that's why I have so much knowledge about it. That's why I have a better understanding of these things, is because I actually do have a loved one who is, and they genuinely are, and they've taught me a lot, and I just see how conflicting this can be for our youth, and how it's also hard on the people who genuinely are, and how it makes their actual community look bad, right? Even the LGBTQ is like, can we stop at the LGBTQ? Like, that's where they're at right now. That's how they feel right now. So I don't know, maybe they want to consider why that is, you know? Oh, you guys, I miss Detroit sometimes. I really do. You're so sweet. I hope you guys are doing well. I really do. I am gonna get running though, so I can take the mini outside real quick, get him some more fresh air, and then I gotta feed the axolotls because he's still eyeing me down. He's like hypnotoad, like blah, 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 blah. Okay, listen, I'm on Rumble, so you'll soon be able to check me out there. I'll link it below when I'm done. Hit the like, don't forget to do that. It's free. Please do all that's free. Subscribe, leave a comment. It really means a lot. Share, even if you only have a couple friends, you know, it really might help them out. They might really, you know, need to hear that message that day. You never know. And no matter, as I said to Seven, not just Seven, but any of you, all of you, you're not alone in this, okay? And whatever that may mean to you in this moment, just know that I'm with you. We're in this together, and I'm by your side. You know, it's like, I feel like, no, I can't say it like that, but I want to. It's like as if we're playing Call of Duty together right now, and we're by each other's side, and I'm willing to fight by your side. Okay, just know that. Okay, and know that I love all people. I respect all people, no matter how you choose to live. That's on you, as long as you're not doing something illegal or totally heinous that even an angel would blush about. You know? Okay. Stay awake, stay aware, stay well. Thank you for coming to your very deprogramming session. Give thanks when able. And I think this is the second stream I went in a row. So, yeah. Bye, guys.